Well, if you see one mangled home after another in this community of Ortley Beach, this area was so hard hit that residents are only allowed back in every 3 days to reclaim their possessions. But that's a lot more than one man got after he returned home to find out that his home had been bulldozed and he hadn't gotten the chance to reclaim anything. This is what you came home to.
Yeah, this is what I came
2
home
weeks
to.
after the storm.
Yes.
Nick Maria expected devastation, but not this. A seat cushion is all that's left of his family's summer home. Days after Sandy hit, Maria saw this photo of his house on his property off its foundation. 2 weeks after Sandy, Maria and his neighbors were finally allowed back into the area to reclaim possessions. But his house had been bulldozed.
Everyone else was here that week, that day, and I felt like a lost soul. Everybody's taking clothing out, putting in their luggage, taking pictures out, whatever they could stuff in, and I had nothing to take. That was the shock.
Along with shock came frustration over a lack of answers, prompting Maria to enlist the help of a lawyer. It turned out the state's Department of Transportation demolished roughly 24 homes and structures, citing safety hazards. Some were blocking roads and access to emergency vehicles. The DOT showed us this photo of a house in the street rammed up against Maria's house. A spokesman said the decision to bulldoze homes was done with heavy hearts, adding, "This was one of those homes that was pushed off its foundation and thrown against another house that had come to rest in the middle of the street. Our crews, with local officials, law enforcement, and state police fully aware and monitoring our actions, determined they had no other choice but to remove both damaged structures in the interest of public safety." Nobody came to you and said, "We want to take this house down"?
No.
Police Chief Michael Mastronardi says he was not aware of which homes were being knocked down, but said he was told about 20 homes were. Some of the questions about Maria's house is, was it such a danger that it had to be knocked down immediately? And was it blocking the road? The chief says he's turned to prosecutors and other state officials seeking answers.
Well, I think the concern comes about where the house was located, obviously, and then the fact remains, certainly if it's your house, my house, or anybody's house, that you'd like the opportunity to get whatever valuables you can out of it, and that seems to be a reasonable request, and that's going to be reviewed.
As for Maria, with the summer home he built 15 years ago for his family now dust, he isn't sure what's next.
The hardest part is not knowing what happened, and having no control. They took my control away. They could have called me up. They know where to send a tax bill.
Maria says that he's looking into hiring an attorney, but he says he's not really sure that he can even take legal action. In the meantime, the police chief says that he's looking into 2 similar complaints. Mary Snow, CNN, Ortley Beach, New Jersey.